I had already explained to them that I'm in recovery. I really don't want any drugs that are addictive or anything like that. And they still gave me fentanyl.
It made me feel like I didn't have a decision with my own body, and I was for sure. And it was just at the end of the day, it just was their decision.
I feel like just the way that I was spoken to, like the tone of voice and like the professionalism, I just feel like the provider didn't put in the effort with me at all. And so it was really discouraging because I already had like a distrust and an unease with being in a hospital setting.
I feel sad and at the same time I'm grateful, like, so I have my child with me and I'm there, so this is the main thing that, yeah, so I'm happy everything is well.
Hello, I'm Violet Larry, Nursing Supervisor and Program Manager for the Healthy Birth Initiatives Program in Portland, Oregon. The stories you will be listening to in this series not only affect our clients, but they also affect the staff. As a nurse, I have been affected by the same racism, devaluing, not being heard that all of the families observe. We hope by listening to the stories that our families are sharing, your eyes will be open and you will be more willing to make changes in your practice. These changes will lead to better outcomes for our moms and our families. We want to decrease maternal mortality. Please enjoy the series.
I had it was a dramatic um birthing experience. It was really scary for me. The epidural was a really scary part for me, and then I had a real hard pregnancy. I mean,
Okay.
uh what is it? Delivery. It took
Delivery.
3 to 4 hours. It was really scary that I didn't get to see my baby. And then the aftermath of the epidural was really bad. I'm still suffering from it today. And it's just like it was just too hard of an experience for me to where I chose not to do it again. I'm high risk pregnant. Had a high risk pregnancy, and that just getting my son here alone was really really stressful. And then going back and forth, and then with the doctors, and it was too much inconsistency, like really
Okay.
information and stuff, and it was just too confusing for me. And I didn't understand a lot of things. A lot of things weren't getting relayed to me the right way, and it's just an experience to where I choose not to do it again.
Okay.
I think that people, and for me, this is a first time experience for me, so it wasn't a good one. A lot of things I had to figure out for myself, and I should have had somebody to clarify things more. I just got put in a room, and it wasn't nobody paying attention to me. Like I had a certain situation that happened to me, but I had to force the issue to even figure out that result, because they were trying to push it off on something else and they didn't want to test for it and stuff like that. So I felt like that I had to stress too much of their job for them to do it. Like I
Okay.
didn't get to have a tubal because they said that they didn't think I was ready or my decision wasn't clear. So they sent me home without tying my tubes. And that's what I wanted to do, uh, you know, to begin
Yeah.
with. It was something we talked about during the whole pregnancy. And then we got there, they said, oh, it seemed like I was not for sure. It made me feel like not heard. It made me feel like I didn't have a decision with my own body, when I was for sure. And it was just at the end of the day, it just was their decision,
Yeah.
not to do it, and it just make me feel like I was just invisible. My baby had to be in the NICU for 2.5 weeks, and due to COVID, I think that we got, we were treated like a piece of shit you know, at the hospital
Yeah.
because of like, and I'm not I don't know how to explain. I don't even like talking about this stuff, but like
Just,
there was
just,
another
just talk
family.
straight, Jessica. Anyhow you want to put it, just talk
It
straight.
was another family next to us. They were white, and their mom, due to COVID, they said that nobody can go back. Two parents can't go into the NICU at once.
Okay.
So every time I go up there, the mother and the father was there with their child, and they were white. And then I asked one day, could me and my husband come up there? And they said, let me ask the charge nurse, and it was not allowed. I talked to my mental health therapist about it. She called up to the social worker. I mean, they put it off on COVID and blah blah blah, but which is I understood. But there was two families next to us that continuously did this. So I just summed it up in my head to make it okay. Like, okay, well, maybe they have different circumstances. Maybe they okay, but due to anybody's circumstances, COVID is COVID. Everybody should have to obey by those rules, and I was seeing too many people. I was getting really confused. They were getting confused with the information I was getting relayed to them. So it was different, this and this, and it was just too much. Too many people and not enough. Nobody was reading their notes right way. So we weren't even on the same page. So I was getting frustrated. It made me feel like that I didn't even want to go back and see these people. And I had to recommend one person, and I was just at the end of my, end of it, to where if I couldn't see one person to be steady with one person, I literally was going to change hospitals because it was becoming too much. Because I'm on a medication that helps my anxiety, it helps my sleep and my blood pressure. And the new doctor that I was seeing, was on the team, I think she's a nurse or something. To her knowledge, she didn't think that was a good medication to be on while pregnant. Well, it's not recommended to start while pregnant, but I've been on it for 10 years, and her person that's above her let her know that, but she didn't know that off top of her head. And I had to argue with her a little bit about, because she wouldn't refill my medication. Well, it's not recommended to get off this medication if you've been taking it. And I've already been taking it, and it's regulated my blood pressure. She wouldn't fill my medication because of what she thought, instead of asking or reading my file or anything. And it just made me feel like that I was like drug seeking or something. One thing that was really, really big for me is that I got ready for this test, for a pre-diabetic test, when you see if you're diabetic while you're pregnant, and then they send a new person in there, and this lady is getting me ready for this test, and I got ready for it all the night before, but lo and behold, I'm already a diabetic. So it was miscommunication there. I didn't need that test to drink, to die, and all that stuff. I'm already a diabetic. So it was just a lot of miscommunication. And then from there on, I just had to like really pay attention to them. Like, damn, this don't seem safe to me. I don't know what you guys are doing. Like one time I went and picked up my prescriptions, and they gave me somebody else's prescription too at their pharmacy. Like, it was just too much. And it's just like, I have to pay attention to every little thing. You never know how somebody will feel, and how your words, or you being judgmental, or you not even paying attention to somebody, how somebody will accept that, and somebody could walk away and just, not take care of themselves or their baby because how you made them feel. You don't know how people are doing mentally, and it's not fair. And they just need to do better in that aspect of making somebody feel like that, they're not there.
I hear you. Well, I know it was hard to go through this experience again, because I know just thinking about it is traumatic. And I thank you. Like, your resilience is awesome. And I thank you so much for being willing to share with us. I really appreciate it. All right. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.